Hello friends, it's Dr. John WorldPeace JV coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico, October the 19th, 2023. The article commentary today is about Dr. John WorldPeace, or Speaker of the House, USA, Part 1. Friends, the government is shut down because the Republicans cannot elect a speaker. We are at a critical time with the Zionist attack on their concentration camp in Gaza, with the protests against Israel getting louder and more participants every day. The Republicans are seeing what Donald Trump has brought to America and the Republican Party. The bill has come due for electing and supporting Donald Trump. I have a website that I set up in 2016, impeachedpresidenttrumpusa.com, still online. I wrote hundreds of negative articles about him and received a lot of pushback, but the truth is that I was right on. No one else but me stayed in the attack mode with regards to Trump. I think this means that I was the only one who saw the expansive negative truth about Donald Trump. You know why I knew about Donald Trump? It's because when I was in my teens, 14, 15, I read everything I could about Hitler and how he came to power and the propaganda that Hitler and Joseph Goebbels employed to put Hitler in power. My father attacked me for reading about Hitler and asked why. I told him because I needed to understand how Hitler accomplished what he did. But I never fully understood until 2016 and I saw Trump in action. The Hitler-Goebbels propaganda template was taught to Trump by one of the greatest scumbags in American history, Roy Cohn, who assisted Joseph McCarthy in his vicious Red Scare attack on alleged communists in America in the 50s. One of the most negative chapters in American history brought on by the Republican Party. The last item on the list below is exactly what is coming out now in the trials of Donald Trump in the American courts. I said all along, if Trump took the presidency, he would lose everything, and that is exactly what's going on right now in American courts. Now let me read you about the propaganda of Adolf Hitler and Joseph Goebbels. The truth is the greatest enemy of the state. We enter Parliament in order to supply ourselves in the arsenal of democracy with its own weapons. If democracy is so stupid as to give us free tickets and salaries for the bear's work, that is its affair. We do not come as friends, nor even neutrals. We come as enemies. As the wolf bursts into the flock, so we come. Think of the press as a great keyboard on which the government can play. Not every item of news should be published. Rather, those who control news policies endeavor to make every item of news serve a certain purpose. It is the absolute right of the state to supervise the formation of public opinion. In the newspapers, there is insulting and stirring up hatred. Those irresponsible daubers. A lie once told remains a lie, but a lie told 1,000 times becomes a truth. There was no point in seeking to convert the intellectuals, for intellectuals would never be converted and would anyway always yield to their logic, unlike the man on the street. Arguments must therefore be crude, clear, and forcible, and appeal to emotions and instincts, not the intellect. Truth is unimportant and entirely subordinate. to tactics and psychology. If you repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it, and you will even come to believe it yourself. Propaganda works best when those who are being manipulated are confident they are acting on their own free will. This is the secret of propaganda. Those who are to be persuaded by it should be completely immersed in the ideas of propaganda without ever noticing that they are being immersed in it. Propaganda must facilitate the displacement of aggression by specifying the targets for hatred. Trump does that all the time. The rank and file are usually much more primitive than we imagine. Propaganda must therefore always be essentially simple and repetitious. The most brilliant propagandist technique will yield no success unless one fundamental principle is borne in mind constantly. It must confine itself to a few points and repeat them over and over. It would not be impossible to prove with sufficient repetition and a psychological understanding of the people concerned that a square is in fact a circle. They are mere words. And words can be molded until they clothe ideas and disguise. We shall reach our goal when we have the power to laugh as we destroy, as we smash whatever was sacred to us as tradition, as education, as human affection. The bigger the lie, the more it'll be believed. If you tell the truth long enough, if you tell a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. The essence of propaganda consists in winning people over to an idea so sincerely, so vitally, that in the end they succumb to it utterly, and can never escape from it. Whoever can conquer the street will one day conquer the state, for every form of power, politics, and any dictatorship-run state has its roots in the street. Whenever I hear the word culture, I get out my revolver. Every age that has historical status is governed by aristocracies. Aristocracy with the meaning the best are ruling. People do never govern themselves. That lunacy was concocted by liberalism. Behind its people's sovereignty, the slyest cheaters are hiding, who don't want to be recognized. We shall go down in history as the greatest statesmen of all time, or as the greatest criminals. There will come a day when all the lies will collapse under their own weight, and truth will again triumph. Guess what's happening right now? Dr. John WorldPeace, only global advocate for peace and world peace, and the independent maverick write-in candidate for President of the USA 2024. The only nation on earth where all races, all nationalities, all religions, all genders have dedicated themselves to the propagation of a more sane and just world human society. The real God-chosen nation of God is America, not Zionist Israel. Contribute at WorldPeaceTeachingPeace.com. So far I've received no contributions. Not surprising. I have no organization. I live a minimalist life. 90% of contributions will go to promote peace. My metric is not money, but peace and world peace. I asked a man what he thought about apathy. He responded, "Who cares?" Have a great day. It's John WorldPeace coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico.